So what does it really take to become a safety officer, especially in tough fields like construction or oil and gas? You might think it's just learning a few rules, but it's actually a lot more involved, a lot more than you might expect. Today, we're going to dive deep into, the qualifications, the certs, the skills you absolutely need for this vital role. We want to give you a quick, clear roadmap, a breakdown of the academic stuff, the technical bits, and the practical side, too.
Yeah, it's really striking how critical these safety roles are. I mean, the stakes are incredibly high in these sectors. And these requirements, they aren't just hoops to jump through. They genuinely build the kind of comprehensive preparedness you need. It's about preventing incidents, fundamentally, saving lives.
Absolutely. So let's start right at the beginning. The foundation, education. What are we talking about academically?
Well, look, in some places, maybe parts of the Gulf, Asia, a high school diploma might be the absolute minimum entry point. But honestly, the industry strongly prefers diplomas or degrees. Things like science, physics, chem, bio, or engineering is a big one. Civil, mechanical, electrical, chemical, even environmental science or industrial safety, fire safety. Those give you a solid base.
Okay, so a science or engineering background helps.
Definitely. And for real career progression.
Yeah.
A bachelor's in occupational health and safety itself, or maybe an engineering degree with a safety focus, that's really preferred. A postgraduate degree, that's a significant plus. It's about developing those analytical skills,
Right, makes sense. So you've got the degree or the diploma. What about the specific certifications, the tickets you need to actually get on site?
Okay, the mandatory stuff. This is key. First off, you've pretty much got to have the NEBOSH IGC.
NEBOSH IGC. That's the big international one, right?
Yeah, it's exactly. National Examination Board in Occupational Safety and Health's International General Certificate. It's recognized everywhere. It teaches you how to think systematically about risk, hazards, controls, essential for oil and gas, construction, everything really.
Okay, NEBOSH IGC. What else?
Then there's IOSH, Managing Safely. That's more foundational. Good basic awareness, especially if you're stepping into a supervisory or junior management role. And don't forget OSHA, 30 hours. That's the U.S.-based one, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. But lots of multinationals accepted, particularly in construction.
Gotcha. NEBOSH, IOSH, OSHA. And what about, emergency stuff, site-specific training?
Oh, absolutely critical. You'll definitely need first aid and fire safety. Standard stuff, essential. And for oil and gas specifically, H2S awareness and escape training. Hydrogen sulfide, it's nasty stuff found in oil and gas operations. You have to know how to handle it, especially offshore, onshore rigs, confined spaces. Plus, things like working at height or confined space entry. That often depends on the specific project or site you're on.
Okay. And digging into oil and gas a bit more, you mentioned H2S. I guess that whole sector has its own unique risks, right? So more specialized certs needed there.
You're spot on. Oil and gas is a different beast. Huge risks. So yeah, specialized knowledge is key. That's where the NEBOSH oil and gas certificate comes in. It focuses right in on hydrocarbon processing, process safety management, the really specific hazards.
Okay.
You also absolutely need to understand permit to work systems, PTW, formal procedures for controlling really high-risk jobs. Very common in refineries, on pipelines. And if you're in a refinery or maybe a chemical plant, process safety management, PSM is huge. It's all about preventing those major catastrophic accidents.
Right. So it goes way beyond general safety principles.
Way beyond. Tailored to the specific energy hazards involved.
Okay, so we've covered education, the core certs, the oil and gas specials. But qualifications aren't everything, are they? What about the practical side? Experience? Skills?
That's such a crucial point. You can have all the certificates in the world, but safety happens on the ground. It's about walking the site, talking to people. So experience is vital. Internships, maybe starting in a junior safety role on a construction site or an oil project, getting that real-world feel. And soft skills. Communication is massive. Can you talk to workers? Can you talk to management? Can you write a clear report? Site inspection skills, having that keen eye.
Yeah, I can see how communication would be key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then there are the basics, like computer skills.
Yeah.
Using Excel, Word, maybe specific incident reporting software. And you have to know the standards. Local regulations, international ones like OSHA rules, or maybe ISO 4501, the big global standard for occupational health and safety management. It's about pulling all that knowledge together and applying it effectively.
Okay, so for someone listening who's thinking, right, this is for me, let's map it out. A quick step-by-step.
Good idea.
Step 1, get that foundation, high school, ideally an engineering diploma or relevant degree. Step 2, knock out those initial certs, maybe IOSH Managing Safely or OSHA 30. Get something on paper. Step 3, then commit to the big one. Enroll and complete the NEBOSH IGC. Step 4, layer on the industry specifics, H2S if needed, first aid, firefighting, get those practical skills. Step 5, start applying. Look for those entry-level safety officer roles. Get your foot in the door, gain experience. Step 6, and down the line, maybe after 2-3 years, look at the NEBOSH diploma or even a master's degree to climb the ladder.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid roadmap. It really is a journey, isn't it? It blends the academic side, the very specific technical training, and then absolutely crucial on-the-job learning, building a really robust skill set.
It definitely sounds like a demanding but rewarding path. So, thinking about everything we discussed, all the technical knowledge, the rules, the procedures, what's one unexpected quality you think is absolutely vital for a safety officer in these really high-stakes environments, something beyond just the technical expertise? And what might that tell us about where safety leadership is heading in the future?